And we are back. Ask Me Anything, episode 130. A little bit later than usual today, but still on it. It is 7:30 Belgian evening time, so a lot of the regular people are already going to be asleep. Some of the folks that want to see me, catch me live, might have the opportunity to do so today. So, let's waste no further time. The Viking is here to answer your questions. Don't hold back, don't be shy. I'm used to doing these in the morning or in the afternoon, so forgive me if my energy level is a little tiny bit lower than usual, but I still want to give it a go. Things have been getting. What's up, Harry? How you doing, man? I'm great. I'll give you guys a little health update. So I still got an infection. As you can see, I just got a piece of my. This is not chocolate cake. It's not me not washing my face. This is literally the inside of my face squeezing its way to the surface. What's up, Neelan? I know it doesn't look pretty, but it is what it is. I also got pus coming out here. There's an opening here. Um, as I await further surgery, I just have to keep it going. What's up, Wiseman? Shout out to New Zealand. When is the surgery? As of right now, I don't know yet. I'm hoping soon. I'm hoping very soon. But I will let you guys know when I have a fixed surgery date. Until then, I am practicing what I preach, not worrying about the things that are out of my control, the saying I preach to all my clients. If you can't change it, if there's no action that you can take to change the trajectory of your current reality, then you just have to let it go and keep on pushing. So that's what I'm doing as well. Speaking of clients, guys, if you're interested in doing this on a personal basis, you can hire me. My name is Lorenz. It's nice to meet you if you haven't figured that out yet. And this is my email, lorenz.reese@gmail.com. You can hire me, I can coach you, and we can do this on a personal basis where we do video calls twice a week, plus daily contact through texting and audio. Did you already get the vaccine? No, sir. No, I have not. Thank you for your well wishes for my surgery. No vaccine for the Viking yet, but right now, Corona is not my biggest. Corona is not in my. It's not my biggest problem. What are your thoughts of doing journals? I am a absolute proponent of doing journaling. It's just good to put your thoughts on a piece of paper, externalize it, get it out of your head. Are you at all skeptical about the side effects about Moderna, BioNTech? Um, Not really, to be honest with you. I'm not that worried about the corona vaccine or its side effects. I don't think it's a grand conspiracy to kill us all. I just feel like people always love making reality more complicated than it really is. We have fallen in love with just everything having a deeper meaning and there be something being behind everything. All I always say is if there was a movie with Will Smith where a virus like Corona broke out and we had a global pandemic, the movie would literally end in all Earthlings or humans, whatever you want to call it, getting a vaccine. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's a little bit dark and overly skeptical to assume that This is what we're supposed to do as human beings. This is literally what society and all other scientists and chemists and medical experts are supposed to do. When a virus breaks out, we're supposed to come up with a vaccine. So I really don't see the logic behind this being a plan to destroy us all. Dennis, hit the smash a thumbs up. I agree. Thank you very much for incentivizing the fellow people. Yeah, Neil, I wouldn't worry about it. All right, guys, enough about the vaccine. I think all of us are already tired about COVID, Corona. So let's talk about something else. Ask me anything that you need my opinion on, that you need my perspective on, and I shall deliver. That's what the Viking does. The better your questions, the better the content. Best Belgian beer. In my opinion, I will probably say Duvel. That's Duvel. Duvel Citra is my favorite kind. Harry, you checked out that Mind Pump podcast. Did you like it? They're great, right? Yeah. If you're looking for good information on fitness, health, bodybuilding, whatever the case may be, just fitness in general, from a scientific approach, check out Mind Pump podcast. I learned so much listening to them. Hey, Harry, I'm so happy you took my advice, man. I'm really glad to hear that. You can literally learn everything there is to be learned from just watching them. Are you rocking your body to the Bateman Project or just trying to catch those good vibes flowing around you? Um, I I did play a few songs from the Bateman Project, which is one of my albums I made over a decade ago. For those who don't know, on my birthday party on Saturday. Um, but I usually don't really play my music. Um, yeah, I'm just man. I'm focused on work, man. I'm working on my health, my fitness, and my clients. I'm coaching people every single day, and I'm in that zone where I'm trying to build, man. When I'm working, and then that's what it is. Dennis, Neil, how is Katya? She's great. She's upstairs, getting taking Dutch classes as we speak. So shout out to her for being an amazing, intelligent woman and learning the language of my country. Journals helped me. Just started a week ago. I can't wait after a few months or years to look back at my journals. Nice, man. I don't ask a lot of questions, but I learn a lot listening to you. Well, thank you, Emily. I appreciate that. The thing is, it does help me. Oh, man. Chirag Quatra, thank you so much for 40 rupee, I think. Thank you so much, man, for sponsoring the channel, for supporting me, man. I really, really appreciate that. Can't thank you enough. Thank you, Chirag. Yeah, little goth. She's amazing. She's a model immigrant. After the surgery, how long did it take for you to adjust to your new face? Physically, it took me more than a year. Like, you have to understand, they cut out my entire jaw, my teeth. I couldn't even speak in the beginning, so it took me a year before I was able to properly eat something. Mentally, man, the pain I was in was so severe. The discomfort I was in was so severe. Like, I was in such literal torture every single day from that, after that surgery, that I wasn't that worried about how I looked. It's kind of like Maslow's pyramid, right? Even though apparently Maslow never made a pyramid. That's actually a big misunderstanding, but we all know what I mean when I say Maslow and his structure and order of needs, right? And basically, I was in constant pain and discomfort after the first amputation for many months. I couldn't eat, I couldn't drink, I couldn't talk, I couldn't leave my bed, I couldn't go to the bathroom, I couldn't shower. So I wasn't thinking about how shitty I looked. It's like when you're trying to survive, when you got a loaded gun held to your head, you're not thinking about, you know, about your hair not being in a good, you're not worried about your makeup. So by the time I finally was able to live without pain, I was already like 6, 7, 8 months in. So I was already kind of used to it. Tutorial. Is there anything you can express more freely, authentically in English than in Dutch? A mood, state of mind, or something along those lines? Wow, that's an amazing question. Just, yeah, emotion, like general emotions, anything that has to do with expressing love, expressing gratitude, expressing just anything that when it comes to emotions, it's a lot easier in English. The English language lends itself a lot more to people expressing vulnerability and just, yeah, like, again, emotions. Dutch, we don't really talk about our feelings in Belgium like that, especially not when I was growing up. Like things are changing now, but still. So it's not really like in Belgium, it's not really, yeah. Like I never tell my parents like I love you or, that doesn't, we don't really do that here. Doesn't mean I don't, but it's just like not done here that much. Crystal, I think you've been a true warrior, very brave. I admire you immensely. You're amazing. Getting better is important. Looks are not. Life is precious. Looks fade. Thank you, Crystal. I agree. Thank you so much, girl. How do you suggest we deal with the superficiality of people? Well, I mean, I write about that in my book. There's a whole chapter where I basically talk about um, not betting against the house because you're playing a rigged game. If you're trying to appease superficial people and you're trying to play that game, you're never going to win. There's always going to be something about your looks that is going to make people dislike you or judge you or make you feel less. So you need to just check out from the very start. Even with fashion, the things you wear, you need to wear what you like to wear. You need to, style yourself the way you like it. Don't follow trends. So what is there to deal what is there to deal with when it comes to superficiality? What are you gonna do? You're gonna try to change your look so they'll accept you, but you're never gonna win. You're never gonna get there. So superficiality, you need to reverse engineer it. Really, like what it is, it's a great filter. It's a great tool. You don't use it in the sense of you getting hurt and getting upset. Use the notion of noticing the presence of superficiality as a tool to filter people that you don't want to be around. If someone, no confident, self loving person has ever really made fun of someone else. We only make fun of people when we feel shitty about ourselves to pull ourselves up. Mind you, why is it that we always say something shitty about the hot guy or the hot girl when they walk in a bar? Like, oh, look at him. He's such a jock. He's such a this. He's such a that. Or look at this. Look at her, man. She looks like she looks like this or she looks like that. It's because it triggers us. We see them. We grade them higher than us on the social scale. So we say something to bring them down. We never talk shit about people that we consider to be lower than us on the social ladder. So anytime anyone like hits you with superficiality, just understand that they're worse off than you and keep it going. Is that due to Dutch being comparatively more complicated, just like German, while English is punchy titty and concise more often than not? I don't think that's the reason. I think it's all because of culture. I think it's all because of entertainment and media. 95% of the music and shows and TV and media that we consume is in English. So all the love songs we know are in English. So if you hear love songs all the time since the day you were born in English, where they say "I love you, baby," or all these things, it just you become like it becomes normal. In Dutch, you don't like what popular Dutch song do you know? People don't talk about it like that. It's just because we watch media, and in media, actors are always in love and talking about love and expressing love. So it just becomes easier to express it through that medium of that particular language. It's not because of the language itself. If the native language of America would be Dutch, then we would all be listening to Dutch love songs and we would all be saying "Ik zie je graag, ik hou van je," which means I love you in Dutch. That's just what it is. It's not about the intrinsical structure of the language itself. I've heard some people say that society has rotted itself to the core. Do you agree with that? Of course not. Like, by all objective analytics and metrics, we are better off than we've ever been. The world has never been safer. It's never been easier for you to follow your passion and obtain opportunities to become better at what you like to do. Like, just people are just obsessed with them living in the worst of all times. It's this weird FOMO, this weird fear of missing out. People want it to be the end of times so bad because they cannot live or grasp live with the notion that shit is just gonna go on after they're dead. We all love to feel the thing that this is the final stage. No, we're gonna go until the year 4,000, 5,000, and people have been saying is the end of people have been saying the world has gone to hell since forever. So it is what it is, you know. We just now pay more attention to the negative things than ever before. That I will say because life has become objectively easier. So minor things get magnified. Dennis, I love how positive this channel is. You've not changed. I remember when I first subscribed years ago. Thank you, buddy. Appreciate that. Listen, if anyone is looking for a confidence coach, if you're trying to turn your life around, get over a depression, get over a breakup, whatever the case may be, you can hire me and we can work on this together. That's what I do. I work with my clients. This is my email, lorenz.dries@gmail.com. Send me an email, reach out, and you can become my next client. I still got slots available. I'm working with people from Chicago, from Puerto Rico, from Argentina, from the UK, from Greece, all over the world. What's up, Alexandra? How you doing, girl? How to say no to friends when you know it's destroying your productivity and goals? Just say no. Just say no, my man. Just say no. You don't need to read a book on how to say no. You just walk away, cut them off. If you're sure they're destroying your productivity and goals, then you shouldn't be around them. It's not rocket science, man. Don't overcomplicate it. What's up, Maria? Oh, hello, Alexandra. Look who is a member again. Welcome to the Viking Infantry. I love it. Thank you, Alexandra. You were gone for a second. Welcome back to the ranks, though. I hope that I'm catching a lot of people at this time that otherwise I'm not catching. Hey, what's up, Andrew? I've chosen to live in Asia, but now I have an existential fear that I will grow old and die alone with no immediate family around me. I mean, look, man, you moved from the US to Asia, so that's one of the things like you're gonna have to accept. You're not gonna have family around. It's like that. That's why it's so hard to be, a transplant. When you move to a different city, it's so fucking hard to build a proper life. Like I did it. I moved to Barcelona. It's so fucking hard. Like, yes, I had a social life. Yes, I had friends, but it's a city of passing. Everyone just goes like away after a year or 2 years. So it's really hard to build a solid foundation of good friends. How do you stay motivated for workouts? What is your drive? Man, for me, I just look at it very rationally. Like they can take away the money, they can take away, my reputation or whatever, but they can't take away my body. If you break it down, life is really simple. Like this body is like the space shuttle to our soul. It's like a meat vehicle, a meat wagon, a means of transportation for our spirit, right? So I just figure like every moment that I spend on getting my body to be healthier and stronger is a moment well spent. So I never have to get motivated to work out or hit the gym. For me, it just makes sense. Like, how can you neglect this thing? It's the one thing that's really important. All that other stuff is not. So my drive is just, my drive is just that I have to make that investment before I make any other investments. There is no more. The most logical investment of it all is the investment in your body, in your health, in your strength. And then if you have a strong body, if you have a good looking body, you feel badass, you feel good, you have confidence. Such an easy way to feel good about yourself. Yeah, Dennis, your membership must have expired, man. Alexandra, I'm so happy to hear your new job is going well. Have you already thought about learning English in your channel? You mean teaching people English? That really has been on my mind. Jaguar, I can listen to you talk all day. Well, thank you, man. That's really kind of you to say. I appreciate that. Guys, the quality of these live streams is about to go all the way up. I ordered new lighting. I ordered a new camera. It's gonna be sick. Can't wait to show you guys when it's here. But yeah, I've never been more focused on live streaming. It's just such a fun way to connect with you guys. How is your jaw doing? All good. Not really. I got two infections, obviously, but it is what it is. So I need more surgery soon. Keith, are we individual beings or bioware that a culture or ideology inhabits? I mean, it's a mix of both. Obviously, we are individual beings, but still, through our individuality, we are mimicking something that we've seen sometime. We, even when we're trying to be different or whatever, like we got that information, that inspiration from somewhere else. It still remains in the spectrum of normality. So we are all products of culture, man, and ideology. It is what it is. My advice for you is to not ponder on that too much. Don't go too deep down that rabbit hole. There is no further information to be gained from that. Like, don't spend all your time and moments and energy pondering on the meaning of life. There really is not that much meaning. You should let that liberate you. Understand that if things don't matter anyway, you might as well go all in, go balls to the wall, see what happens. Take a risk. Marina, how can you convince someone to get checked for cancer and get treatment? My friend has many symptoms but choose to do nothing about it and losing time. Marina, if someone doesn't want to be helped, don't help them. I'm gonna give you the best advice someone has ever given you, Marina. Don't give advice unless people pay you for it or ask you for it directly. Don't try to force her. If they don't value their health, if they don't care that much, then neither should you. It sounds crazy, but really though, let it be. You can't help people that don't want to be helped, and you shouldn't try. Chirag, I have a problem doing anything in which the reward is delayed. I get stuck with procrastination. Yeah, you're addicted to instant gratification, like most of us. It's just the way it is. We're so used to pressing a button and the food gets delivered, posting a picture and we get likes. Chirag, you already identified the issue. Now the question is, what do you want to do about it? Who are you? Alexandra, I'm walking like a duck. Andrew, do you have the fear of being alone, Lorenz? No, that's not a fear I have. I'm very social. I have a ton of friends. I have a ton of contacts. I got at least 10 people that I could across different continents where I could move in with tomorrow if I would ask them. Not that I plan on doing so. I'm very happy here with my relationship and everything, but no, I've never had issues making friends or making connections. Like that's the easy part for me. So no fear of being alone. Absolutely not. Guys, hit the thumbs up if you're in here. If you like the content, then show me some love. Also, if you are looking to turn your life around, if you want to get over a depression, if you want to get rid of your anxiety, stop drinking so much, stop being a deadbeat loser, you can hire me. This is my email, lorenz.reese@gmail.com. Send me an email and we can work together. Do you live in Austria? No, man, Belgium. Belgium. I'm gonna get a glass of water. All right, guys, don't be shy. Yes, sparkling water, always. From this brand, Spa. That's my brand right here. It's a Belgian water, premium. I love it. Actually, I have ADHD and generalized anxiety in past. I'm making progress, but slower than normally it should be. I don't like Belgian biscuits, Wiseman. No, I'm not a biscuit man. Chirag, listen, man. Don't. There is no such thing as normal. Like, what the fuck is normal? Like, what it should be? No. There's only you. There's only your life. There's only your reality. So who cares what others are doing? Don't compare yourself. Don't put yourself on a timetable comparing yourself with others. Like, as long as you're making progress, that's all that matters. Yeah, Alexander, if your dad is an alcoholic and drinking himself to death, there's not much you can do. I agree. Viking, I'm aware my situation pales in comparison to yours. But when I was younger, I developed severe acne, caused a lot of psychological damage. I started an obsession with my face. I struggle and obsess over my face. Dude, it's not about um, comparing situations. Like your pain might be more severe in your reality than my so-called pain. So it's not about that. There's no reason to minimalize it. This is very normal what you've gone through. If you had acne as a young kid in high school, you just feel worthless. You can't understand for the life of you why you look so shitty and so greasy and so unattractive. The thing about acne is what I've learned is people, no one cares as much as you do, first of all. And then secondly, um, I would just really, if I were you, try to understand that there's many other factors besides your face that you can alter, that you can work on by diet, by exercise, things like that. Hey, shout out to the Joe Budden podcast, man. It's been a while. Did you lift weights today? No, no. I'm trying to rest because my shoulder is messed up. I'm fearing I have a rotator cuff tear, so I got a tear right here, and I gotta go see a specialist for that in a couple of days. Yeah, I fucked up my shoulder, bench pressing too heavy. Silly, silly, silly. Hussein, hey Viking, how do you deal with regret? I can't stop thinking about where I could have been if I chose a different major at university 3 years ago or studied abroad. Hussein, let me tell you something, man. You're still absolutely and just super young. You're still in charge of your life. Like nothing is lost. You can still do those things. If you can't stop thinking about it, honestly, I would recommend you don't try to deal with it. Take action, change your life. What do you think is going to happen? You think if you leave your current job and you disappoint your family, you think the world is going to open up and swallow you? You think that the skies are going to open up and some guy is going to come with lightning and strike you down? Nothing's going to happen. Your parents are going to be angry at you for a couple of months, and that's it. Live your life, man. You might be dead tomorrow. Like, you're not even 30 yet. So just go for it. Fucking go for it, man. You're gonna be regretting it way, way more in another 15 years. How can you get over major heartbreak and disappointment? By understanding that the person that you broke up with literally could never have been the one because you broke up. You see how that works? It's so ironic. People think, I lost her, I lost him, and that was the person for me. No, because if it was, you would still be together. Just something that happens when you're young, when you're inexperienced. You swear that it was the greatest love of your life. Be happy that you didn't lock that you didn't settle before 30. That's a bad idea anyway. So really, man. Also, understand that the person that you're missing in your head is not even a real person. It's this illusion, this ghost that you've put together. You're literally recreating a movie in your head, which is with some shitty emotional music from the Chainsmokers in the backdrop as you replay the scenes when you kissed and when you fought. You're glorifying it. It was never like that. You weren't meant to be. That's why you broke up. Move on. Meet somebody else. Have fun, and then you'll be heartbroken over that person. Repeat that cycle a few times, and then you'll finally fucking learn that being heartbroken and having regret and yada 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 and obsessing over sexual partners and girlfriends and boyfriends, it's just silly. It's all ego. It's not love. I do not have a TikTok account. My bench press kg record is 115 kgs. What would you say is the best thing you do for yourself each day? Um, take my vitamins, look after the food I put in my body, continuously chase my dreams in terms of creating and reaching out, to my audience. Those are a few things, right? The best thing I do for myself, if I had to pick one thing, um, stand firm in my belief that my perspective is correct and not get insecure about the way I look at life. Is weed a good thing to do? In moderation, it is, but if you're smoking every day, you're a loser. It's stupid because it fucks up your sleep. My favorite pre workout is Total War by Redcon. That's REDCON, Total War. That for me is the best pre workout. Yeah, weed can help you, but please in moderation. Don't be that guy thinking you have to smoke every day. Like once a week is more than enough. And then also it stays fun. Don't turn it into something that you do every day because then it loses its magic. What are some things you don't like about American people? Just obviously this notion, their arrogance that they live in the best country in the world when it's like you don't even have healthcare. You can't even afford to go to see a dentist if you're middle class. So it's like the misplaced arrogance. That's the thing I like the least. Thanks for the advice, man. I'm 20, by the way. These things put a lot of pressure on the young generation. Dude, you're 20. Let me tell you, man, you can literally. I was studying abroad with people that were 35. The fuck are you talking about? You need to get out there and go chase your dreams and stop regretting shit when you're 20, man. I'm 33 years old. I'm still doing stuff like you. How to get a girlfriend? Is Tinder a good idea? Tinder is low hanging fruit, low quality people, low quality relations. If the people are on Tinder, they're probably not worth it. That's my opinion. So how to get a girlfriend? By not focusing on getting a girlfriend, focusing on yourself. Go out, join communities, join community groups of interest like a windsurfing club, a book reading club, a chess club, a movie club, things that you like. Then you will meet people who also like the things you like. If voila, you already have a common interest to build on. Tinder doesn't make sense. You're literally basing it all on looks, and then you're trying to somehow figure out if you can if you're into the same things. It's just like doesn't make sense. Viking, if we're told we had to complete a video game that on the condition we couldn't save for progress every once, we would complain that it's unfair. Yet we have to live life with no save function. But dude, how boring would life be if you could start over all the time? That's the beauty of life. We would never learn shit. The only way that you're able to learn a lesson is by the way it stings. It has to sting. Heartbreak has to sting in order for us to understand that we shouldn't put ourselves out there too quick. You can't learn shit if it doesn't hurt. So if we were able to save like a video game, we would still be mentally 15 years old at 50. If you're just out to have a girlfriend for the sake of it, you've lost before you even began. Facts. Now also hit the thumbs up, guys. 24 thumbs ups. That's embarrassing. That's embarrassing. I need you guys to show me some love, man. Hit that thumb up. I know there's at least 6 people in here who haven't hit the thumb up yet. Damn, we're 37 minutes in. I'm preaching this gospel. Are there any hacks to complete sleep in less time? No, no, and you should not try to do so. You need at least 7 hours of sleep, and that's the minimum. Andrew, I disagree. Americans are arrogant. I think most are not knowledgeable of the world. Tomato, tomato, man. it's, it's like when you're not knowledgeable, when you are not knowledgeable of the world, but still speak as if you are, you're arrogant. Not saying all Americans are arrogant, by the way. I love America. I love Americans. I have a ton of American friends and clients. That's not my point. My point is just that, um, yeah, no, that's my point. Like people who don't even really know it's out there, that just automatically assume because they have the biggest country and the biggest military that they're running shit. And it's like, eh, what do you do when someone disrespects you? Are you leaving immediately? I mean, I'm pretty confrontational. If someone disrespects me, usually I'll confront them about it. Um, depends on the situation, but yeah, if I will probably try to leave, yeah, after confronting them. I'm not trying. I'm trying to be less confrontational though. So, but yeah. What's up, Betsy? Hey guys, a big round of applause for Betsy. She's one of my clients from the UK. She's working with me. So proud of this girl. She's taken on intermittent fasting. She signed up to the gym yesterday. She's food prepping. She's killing it. Did you hear what happened in Russia today? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Shooting, right? Fucked up. Keith, to get girlfriend open eyes and ears, as to notice when she likes you. I missed lots by not noticing. Shirag, there's no ways to complete sleep in less time. Shirag, you need to go to YouTube and type this in. Joe Rogan, sleep scientist. He did a podcast with the sleep scientist guy, Matthew something. It's just absolutely amazing. That podcast will literally change your life. I recommend it to any and everyone who's trying to educate themselves on the importance of sleep and how weed and alcohol affects it. Really, type that in YouTube, check that podcast. I can guarantee you right now that will be one of the five best podcasts you will have listened to in your entire life. I repeat, that will be one of the five best podcasts that you will have listened to in your entire life. Joe Rogan, sleep scientist, is a ginger-haired guy from England, Scotland, whatever. Check that out, Chirag. Thank me later, playboy. 40 minutes in, keeping it going, keeping it rolling. It's getting late here. I think online dating sites are good for shy people. Um, yeah, sure. I agree. It definitely has its value. All right, guys. Looks like the questions are starting to dry up. One more time. If you want to work with me, if you want to overcome anxiety, if you want to turn your life around, if you're trying to get over a depression, get rid of your anxiety, any mental issues you may have, self esteem issues, you can hire me. This is my email, lorenz.reese@gmail.com. Send me an email and we can do it. Betsy, what can you recommend when you're feeling health dropping a bit? I think I'm coming down with sinusitis. Vitamins, girl. You need to get on those vitamins. Hydrate a lot. Um, drink a lot of water. Ginger tea. Go buy real fresh ginger in the supermarket. Scrape it. Rasp it. How do you say that? You know what I mean. And then put it in hot water. Boil it for 30 minutes. Ginger tea is a game changer. Yes, I'm spiritual. When you have bad days, what are you usually upset about? The cancer? No. Surgery? No. No, my bad days are usually about logistics, plans not going the way I want them to go. Um, I rarely stress about my health. I try to just focus on the task at hand. Um, what else can I say? My bad days are conflicts with people for sure. I have not, Chirag. I have not. My bad days are also about when I feel like I'm not moving fast enough towards my goal. I sometimes have to pace myself. I don't think I'm going to watch the Ice Hockey World Championship tournament. I never watched it, but maybe I will if it pops on. All right, guys. On that note, I got to go. I'm out. I'm done. It's 8:10 p.m. here, and the Viking battery is out at that time. Gonna make me some ginger tea myself. Take it easy. I love you all. I'll be back soon. Much love.